Let's unpack this development a bit more and its significance with international relations expert, Professor John Stremlau. Prof, good to have you on the program this evening. So the Supreme Court in the United States says Donald Trump overstepped on tariffs. How big a moment is this for limiting presidential power in trade policy?
It's a big moment, Thalanya, and I'm glad that you were asking me to comment on it, because it really is a moment for contemplation about the wrongheadedness of the Trump tariff policies. And they will, this ruling will help South Africa compete more reliably in the U.S. market.
So does this ruling strengthen U.S. institutions globally or highlight deep political division?
Well, it's early innings, and so I'm struggling to, neither Trump nor myself have read the court's rulings, but unlike Trump, he's popping off opinions on it. I'm a little more cautious about this, but it certainly does empower the Congress, rightly so. Trump's emergency act that he justified all of these actions under does not apply. It's according to the majority of the court, and all women, by incidentally, voted for the majority. And John Roberts wrote the opinion, the Supreme Court Justice, Chief Justice. But it is early innings, but it's very, very encouraging, because it does restore congressional authority over the tariff policies.
Yeah, but Trump called tariffs a national security tool, Prof. So has the court effectively narrowed what counts as a national emergency in trade?
Yes, it has, and I think that is a very important, for those of us who are pro-globalizing trade policy, it's a step in the right direction. But Trump can still cause a lot of damage. But the AGOA is safe for the moment for South Africa. Minerals and automobiles are going to be a lot more reliably exported into the U.S. markets. And the difference between Trump's policies and your and the government's here images has been dramatically reduced. That is the conflict in it because of the court ruling. But Trump is still unable to create enormous difficulties for everybody, and his press conference, I listened to parts of it. It made no sense to me, but he was running on about how this court decision doesn't matter. It matters a great deal.
It matters a great deal, Prof. But what immediate impact could this then have on global markets and trade talks? Let's expand on that a bit more.
Well, it's again, it's too soon to tell, but I think generally it's a positive step in the right direction for globalization and for free trade, and therefore it's good news for me and for South Africa, I think.
Prof, if the White House looks for other legal routes to keep tariffs in place, are we likely to see Trump-style protectionism continue?
I think this is a defining moment, and I would say that no, even though he will bluster and pontificate as though it was insignificant, but it's a real setback, and he ended his governor's conference prematurely so that he could go and collect his, and he was described as being calm on the outside, but seething on the inside, and the presser revealed his seething nature, and he's feeling a bit undermined by this, and good for that.
Yeah, he might feel a bit undermined right now, but how might this reshape U.S.-China trade tensions?
Well, it's too early to know, and Trump has been sending many mixed messages to China about trade, but at least it gives predictability to the trading policies, and it lodges the authority for trade, as the Constitution does, in the Constitution, and so therefore in the Congress, and so therefore it is a step in the right direction for reestablishing the reliability and predictability of the trading relationships. But it's again, the Congress has been supine under the Republican majority, and a lot's going to depend on the voting patterns in November of this year for the Congress to flip and become more reliable a trading partner for the rest of the world.
Prof, you call this a step in the right direction, but for countries like South Africa, does this bring certainty or just a different kind of uncertainty?
No, it does bring greater certainty for the reasons that I said, and certainly the car industry is the number one advantaged by this ruling, and I think that it will certainly lead to a reduction of tariffs. How those tariffs get redeployed is a big issue that's unresolved by the court decision, and I'm sure it will be litigated for years, but it's not small change. It's 135 billion to 175 billion estimated, so it's big stakes, and the court did not say what they should do with the tariffs collected already. Trump's already spending it.
Maybe to crystallize that point, could drawn-out refund battles over collected tariffs then hurt business confidence?
Well, it could, but this is a great day for business because it restores the congressional authority, and then that is a step in the right direction. So that let's just take our breath and see what tomorrow brings. But I think that this is a definite step in the right direction.
Prof, as we wrap, Trump called the ruling a disgrace when reacting to it. Does this then deepen tensions between the presidency and the judiciary?
Of course it does. but he was praising the minority opinion. But, you know, this is a step in the right direction for a majority court which has not been known to challenge Trump very often. But I'm glad that they did it on this instance, and so we should all breathe easier, I think, tonight.
Professor John Stremlau, thanks a lot for helping us make sense of what could be a very defining moment for U.S. power and the global trading system. The Supreme Court in the United States saying that Donald Trump overstepped on the issue of tariffs.